of type 1 diabetes, the mindset is about short-term. What can I do right here and right now to lower my blood glucose value? Okay? So let's say you check your blood glucose and it's at a 250. And you go, okay, great. What am I going to do right now to lower my blood glucose? I could go exercise. I could give myself some insulin. I could start an intermittent fast. All of those are going to eventually reduce my blood glucose, right? So people go into this with the idea of like, all right, I have 2 hours and I'm going to try and reduce my blood glucose. What options do I have available for me? And then 2 hours comes along, their glucose is lower, and then they're like, okay, now what? What am I going to do for the next 2 hours? And then the next 2 hours and the next 2 hours. And it's like they piece together a 24-hour period with these little tiny snapshots in time, okay? And that can be helpful, but when you focus on the short term over and over and over again, you completely lose vision of the long term. And you see this a lot in the low carbohydrate community where they say like, I can't eat a single apple. I can't eat a single banana because when I do, my blood glucose goes high. Therefore, I'm going to not eat apples, not eat bananas, not eat fruits, not eat whole grains, not eat legumes. And as a result, I'm going to be eating more meat, more cheese, more dairy, more fish. I'm going to have olive oil, coconut oil, MCT oil. I'm going to have eggs and beyond. Because when I eat those foods for the next 2 hours, my blood glucose is controllable, right? But here's the problem. If you don't pay attention to what's happening in the long term, then exactly what Kylie said is going to unfold, which is that you eat a low carbohydrate lifestyle now because it helps you control your blood glucose in the next 2 hours. But 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road, before you know it, now you have fatty liver disease. Now you're developing chronic kidney disease. Now you're developing cognitive decline, and you're at a higher risk for Alzheimer's disease. Now you're developing atherosclerosis. You have heart disease, right? So all of these longer-term chronic metabolic complications can come down the road. But again, if you're focused on what's happening in the next 2 hours, you're going to completely miss it